Hi, my name is Kerry Critchell from RCR Recording Studios, and today we're going to be talking about how to compress drum overheads. Now, compression is a tool that controls dynamics, which is how quiet or loud something is, and it can also shape the sound or add vibe to it. The main controls are ratio, attack, and release. Ratio, when it comes to ratio, the higher the ratio, the more compressed it's going to sound, and the lower the ratio, the more natural it's going to sound. When it comes to attack, the faster the attack, the more boomy or slappy you can expect it to be. A medium attack is going to add tightness and punchiness, and a slow attack will give you some aggressiveness, bite, or impact. When it comes to release, a fast release will sound explosive and exciting. A medium release is going to sound tight and smooth, and a slow release is going to sound contained or squashed. When it comes to gain reduction, light gain reduction is going to sound more natural, medium is going to sound more controlled, and heavy is going to sound squashed. Now let's apply this to our overheads. We'll go ahead and give it a listen with no compression or anything on it and see how it sounds. Okay, so it's sounding pretty good. My main thing that I want to add to this particular overhead is I want to just add a little bit more excitement to it. And so we're going to dial that in with some compression. How you use this is going to kind of depend on sort of the material you're working with. But in this case, they sound good. I just want to add a little bit of excitement to them. So we're going to dial in a lower ratio. We're going to dial in a medium to fast attack. In this case, I want a faster attack, and we're going to dial in a fast release. And then we're going to lower our threshold and compensate with our makeup gain, and we're looking for probably 3 to 5 dB of gain reduction on these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it, and I'm going to turn off and on the compression as it's being played, just so you can kind of get a general gauge of what the compression is doing as it's being played. So this is with nothing on, and then as it's being played, I'll turn the compressor on and off, and you can kind of hear the difference. Okay, so you can kind of hear how it's adding a little bit of excitement, a little bit more pizzazz to the performance. In different scenarios, you may want to treat these differently, but this is what I was going for. Again, just as a quick review, ratio, the higher the ratio, the more compressed it's going to sound, lower the ratio, the more natural, etc. In this case, I was going for a fast attack to give kind of that more boomy, slappy, adding that excitement. And the release is fast, adding more explosive and exciting, and so that's why I chose those numbers. But when you dial in your compression, you can kind of use these numbers as a general guide, general range, with leeway. They're not gospel, but these are generally what you kind of tend to expect when you're using these types of numbers, and you can dial in your overheads to sound exactly the way you think it ought to for the mix you're working on. Anyways, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.